Hello, and welcome back to this new episode, 176, I think it is. Heading towards 200. Feeling pretty crap. -5, as always. I don't know what to say, really. I'm waiting for the Housing Ombudsman to call me again. I assume he's busy sorting out Waltham Forest Council amongst all the lies they've been giving me and him. Waltham Forest Council have unofficially put me under special measures, although they haven't told me this as such, but they're investigating a number of emails I've done recently. But that touts of I don't know, single point of contact again from last year. But I'm sure it's the Housing Ombudsman. I have faith in the Housing Ombudsman. But it just seems other people don't have faith in me. I can't question anyone without them thinking that I'm wrong. Well, how can I be wrong if I'm asking questions? That doesn't make sense. I don't know. I'm fed up now. I've still got a diary entry from Saturday, I think, to finish uploading. I don't know. That, by the way, is the bed I've been waiting to get rid of for 2 weeks now. Waltham Forest won't answer my questions. Waltham Forest won't pay my £900, probably £1,000 by the time I get my money. And maybe even more compensation from the Housing Ombudsman. And I've still got repairs outstanding for weeks that they won't do anything about. And admittedly, this isn't the first time I've called repairs and not got anywhere without putting a complaint in. I mean, I've put a complaint in and I've still not got anywhere. So what the fuck's going on, Waltham Forest Council? I really don't know what to do. I'm afraid to open my email. I don't even want to know what's going on. I've asked Waltham Forest Council on Friday. I sent an email Friday night or Saturday morning asking for my primary contact to be changed from email to telephone, because I can never ask any questions on email because they always send it from a no reply. And when they don't send it from a no reply, I have to put complaints in because they don't respond to my email anyway. Is this normal? Am I supposed to be putting... I've even asked the complaints team, am I supposed to put complaints in to get questions answered? If the council don't answer questions, and most of them are fairly basic, really simple questions. Am I allowed to do this? Am I allowed to do that? What am I supposed to do with this? It's not the most taxing question on the planet, but if it's not on the website, then what do you do? Assume things? I'm not an assuming sort of person. I ask questions. Oh well, I'm going to keep this short because I can't be fucking bothered anymore. Waltham Forest are just a bunch of liars. In my humble opinion, and in my experience, they lie to you. They don't follow the rules on dealing with complaints. They try to not deal with customers fairly and honestly. In my experience, I've asked Tam to try and find a solicitor for me because I've tried and I can't get anyone to return my calls. Doesn't help I have autism and anxiety and I don't take private calls because I swear blind some of them probably called back on a private number. But because it's private, I don't know who called back. That's why I don't take private numbers. If I miss a call, I want to know who I missed the call from. And it'll turn your voicemail on. Yes, well, I had voicemail on up until last year. And then Waltham Forest started playing silly buggers and started leaving stupid voicemails, not telling me the name or the department, just this is Waltham Forest Council, will call back. Waltham Forest Council, which department, about what? And when will you call back? So I turned it off because it was more frustrating getting a message from someone I didn't know about something I didn't know than it was. I mean, if they left a voicemail, I asked them to leave a voicemail with a direct dial back number. Because they called me directly, I should have the respect of calling them directly. If I can't, then it's biased. If they can call me directly on my mobile, I should be able to call them directly on a phone. It shouldn't work one way. They shouldn't be able to get hold of me and I'm not allowed to get hold of them. They won't put any of this in writing now. I've asked them to put it in writing, they ignore you. I've got so many queries open with Waltham Forest Council. I've lost track of them after the first couple because all I get are reference numbers, so I don't know which reference number refers to which query. All they want to do is shove you onto their crap website, onto the portal, which I had to look at again at the weekend. And it hasn't changed in 3 years. It's still crap. It still gives you a reference number and a department. It doesn't tell you anything about the reference number. I don't remember reference numbers because I don't generate them. I remember subjects on emails. I've checked with some of the Ombudsman's portals and they're fantastic. Nice and simple. It literally has the date and the subject. And you click on it and you get a breakdown of everything in there. Why can't Waltham Forest do that? Date and subject. The reference number is for your purposes, not mine. My reference is the subject. Because I'm a human, not a computer. So, I don't know. I've contacted people that do Waltham Forest quote on their website about accessibility. And, everyone else communicates with me effectively. And they communicated with me on Friday, I think it was, sent me an email. And they explained that it was just, they haven't advised Waltham Forest on accessibility. If there's a problem with accessibility, we're supposed to contact them. Oh. So Waltham Forest Council aren't doing their own accessibility bits. They're just putting policies on. And if you read the accessibility policy they've got on their website, it says we are generally compliant with some standard, but we're not compliant in these areas. And it goes through all the areas that you want accessibility to be involved with. So basically they're saying they're not compliant with accessibility standards, despite the law saying they should be by now. Anyone doing anything about that? I don't know. Maybe if they stopped paying people £350 for errors, then they could spend money on a decent website. I don't know. I've actually, I'm not one of these that complain and complain and complain. I actually complain and offer to help them. They turn me down. I can advise them how to make the website more disabled friendly. They ignored me. I offered to help them make it more autistic friendly. They ignored me. Waltham Forest's version of disablement awareness is putting a thing on Twitter saying, oh, it's Disablement Week, but they don't actually do anything. They just put a thing on Twitter or on Facebook saying, oh, it's Disabled Needs Week or something. And yet, when it comes to Black Lives Matter and things related to, they advertise it left, right and centre. They put money behind it, they put people behind it, but all they do for disabilities is send out a tweet. They do nothing physically for disabled people in this borough. Oh well. We'll see who cracks first. As soon as I get a solicitor, I'm coming after you, Waltham Forest. And I will get a solicitor. Eventually, I will get a solicitor. You are mistreating me. You are mishandling me. You are miscommunicating with me, even though the Housing Ombudsman told you you were doing this in May. And you're still doing it. You have a duty to be honest and open. So why are you so secretive? Why are all your web pages the same? Why do they mostly direct you to WF Direct? Why is Antisocial Behaviour Team not dealing with antisocial behaviour on estates? Why is it segregated, estates and the rest of the borough? An estate is just a collection of streets. That's all it is. So stop calling them estates and just put them under the rest of the borough. It's not an estate, it's a collection of streets. Take all the boards down, saying whatever estate it is. Take them all down. Just go by the street names. You don't need a board segregating us from them. We are all members of the same society. I know people on the estates think it's like a pirate zone and they can do whatever they want because the council lets them. Should not be like that, Waltham Forest. You should govern the estates, your estates, like you govern the rest of society. It shouldn't be an us and them just because we're poor or disabled. It should be we're all in this together. Do you remember that one, Waltham Forest? David Cameron, I think, said that back in 2000. We're all in this together. Yeah, but politicians aren't all in this together. They never have been. They're on a different planet. They don't suffer like the rest of us. The Filipino president died over the weekend. I felt sorry for him. He was a good president. He was a down-to-earth T-shirt and jeans wearing president. And that's what all politicians should be like. Not sharp suits and flash language. Trying to bamboozle the customer. Can't bamboozle me. I know English. I know English well. I know English better than most of the people that I'm asking for help from. Help. See, I don't call it help. I ask them to do their job. But because Waltham Forest Housing are useless, they're afraid of being checked up on. They are literally shitting themselves. For one day, I will find evidence that they have been abusing me. And they've got the information team being biased as well now. The information office are now putting me under special measures. They want 20 days extra to reply to all my emails in one go. I've said no. I'm autistic. I need them one by one. Because normally what happens when Waltham Forest reply to all my emails in one go is they don't answer all my emails. They pick and choose and then expect me to start raising complaints about, well, you haven't responded to this, you haven't responded to that, because I can't track the fucking numbers down without drilling into their bloody portal. I'm fed up of it. I want a reference number against an email. Is that too much to ask? I was doing this in the bloody 2000s on computers and servers, automatically issuing reference numbers and subjects. But Waltham Forest can't seem to be bothered. It's not they can't do it, they can't seem to be bothered. If they can be bothered, why don't they do it? They won't answer that question either. Oh, I'm fed up of this. I'm going to end this now because I'm going to start repeating myself. Thank you for watching.